how to serve it. How to serve every cheese. Let's learn it. Let's learn how to cut the cheese. Hi, I'm gonna show you how to cut and serve every cheese. We're gonna talk about how to cut, serve, and store cheeses as well. And what are the best accomplishments to serve each cheese with. Cooked, pressed, Parmigiano Reggiano, the king of cheese. So it's probably the best known example of a cooked, pressed cheese. Cooked pressed cheese are cooked at higher temperatures. They tend to be quite firm and are aged for quite a very long time. So best serve a Parmigiano Reggiano. You would want to use a small hard cheese knife. Like this one. It's really great for getting a hard cheeses. To either slice them or kind of chisel them off. So to cut this Parmigiano Reggiano, I'm just gonna get right away and chisel the cheese off. Essential fourth line. It's all the most fun things in the world. Because you don't have to worry about creating smooth every slices. You can save these little white crystalline bits. And these crystals are actually clusters of protein or amino acids that really calify the aging process. So the longer the Parmigiano Reggiano ages, the more intense and quite of a really the cheese. You wanted to serve it. Cheese is taken right out of the fridge. You can actually have flavors that seem a little muted, almost stunned, and that's because the coat really kind of looks up the fat where the flavor lives. So when you're serving a cheese at room temperature, you're allowing the flavor to really fully express itself. When you're planning a party, great in a funeral, get some cheese or Parmigiano Reggiano or balsamic vinegar. Come from the same region of Italy. Grows together, it comes together. Let's cut it right. There are buttery flavors, toasty flavors, broty flavors. It's wonderfully salty and so an aged balsamico. It brings a little bit of acidly fruitness, and there's a touch of sweetness that really offsets everything wonderful about this cheese. You can literally just dizzle it on after you chisel it off. Let's do this. Are you feeling the cheese? Let's go in a fine way to cut it up. Makes a fantastic pairing. Gruyere, possibly Switzerland's most famous cheese, Gruyere, and Alpine style cheese. Oh yeah, I like that cheese there. They made it in the Alps. There's some style of cheese that made it in the Alps. In the Alps, oh, raclette is Gruyere. Fabulous, outstanding. Very good slice. You get a nice little slice off. Even with a tiny knife, like a so long scalp. You need to, with your front finger, hold it. Now the back one, the rind of the Gruyere is actually not so pleasant. People always ask when you do want to eat it. Of different cheeses, but they're basically this. Don't do this. It's wax. It's bark. Like cloth. You can always eat it, but don't do it. It tastes like a shoe. Fuck. Gruyere is nice inside. Do this inside, but cut it with a planer. Do paper slices. Wonderfully thin. An architect friend of mine once said it. Everything in life is about surface. And when you're talking about cheese, it's like 100% true. I would challenge anybody who's watching me, who's started listening to me, the lies of cheeses. It's the difference. Look how big a chunk this is. Oh, it stays super rich, but all very fudgy, very dense and very hardy. Conversely, when you eat one of those little paper-thin slices, it literally melts on your tongues. Holy Ghost, you can really do it with mustard or onions, but you like some bread to the side, it's delicious. Havarti, Denmark's most famous cheese. Here we are, Havarti. Actually, we're not doing it because it's a fresh, creamy, milky flavor. Pretty much anything you pair with it's gonna be great. Every fucking thing to be paired with Havarti cheese is gonna be fucking great. See me firm and very pliant. Almost like a bit of battery. It's not quite a cooked up, not a good breast. Well, it's having Havarti is great to use. It's a simple chef's knife. And you cannot oversee or pardon this chef. It's ultimate snacking cheese. We've chosen to pair it with crackers. Very simple but effective pairing. Butter crackers, seeded crackers with Hawaii. Simple is best. Raclette. This cheese isn't quite as firm as the other cooked pressed cheeses we've seen and heard, like about Parmigiano Reggiano or Gruyere, but it shares with Gruyere its meltability. Raclette was really built to melt. In fact, the verb racler in French means to scrape, because the traditional way to serve it is molten, scraped on top of the roasted potatoes or bread. Raclette is a raw cow's milk cheese. It hasn't been pasteurized. It's coming from healthy animals and being produced in sanitary facilities who make us tastier cheeses, but it's arguably better for our bodies too. Like just a bit of slicing, or start a bit of the front and the cut rectangular shaped wedges of the back. The rim of raclette is absolutely delicious. Put those into those panels here and put them under this raclette machine. What we have here is a machine that is a little heat lamp. Essentially, under this connect top until the cheese is actually going to be boiled. The whole top, so you're gonna pick it up with a fork. With a nice fork. It's gonna be bubbly. It's gonna be hot. The potatoes and the celery on top of the raclette machine. So it's getting it all right for you. It's getting it all right. Really until you can actually see the cheese on kind of jumping around. The cheese is melting. It's almost translucent. And these big old dancing bubbles are forming. So that tells me it's the right thing. It's the right time. Oh yeah. So time for a good cheese. Your raclette is ready now. Nice buttery sheet. And voila, a perfect plate of raclette is ready for you. Tête-de-moi! Raw cow's milk cheese from the Switzerland. And the thing that makes tête-de-moi different and distinctive is its shape and size. It has signature nuttiness of the crooked pressed cheese facility. It's always washed with brine, what makes it a little bit more funky. Kind of like the crust of bread, but the crust of the cheese is more aged. The rind can be pretty hard, and it's gonna be tasty. So we're gonna use a chef's knife again, and just rocking it back and forth slowly to try to get a nice even cut. In French, tête-de-moine is the monk's head, motherfucker. It's reminded of the monks would traditionally shave off their motherfucking hair. What ridiculous fuck is that? It deserves recognition. Giron, so you know what you're going to do with that. You're gonna try to push the wheel down on the rest to the bottom. And you can double dust any cheese. Try to stick any cheese that was sitting crumbly in front of pie. They got a nice plate. It's got the peanut stars twiddling. As we twirl, we can see the beautiful little flowers starting to shape the nice flowery shape on the top. They're gonna make another one for the shot, and the wheel of cheese is turning around. Always take this. Let's go in the refrigerator. Since cheese is running and batteries are fat, and the water will burn it. I'm gonna be afraid that it changes the texture of the store. And the foil rolls with paper with the really tender. These delicate flowers just melting your mouth. Really express the flavor of this cheese. Ah, it's just delicious. Oh,